Racism is a mental disease, and I wish they would study it as such in the United States. A woman took to social media and said, President Trump might be the most corrupt president the U.S. has ever seen, but I don't care as long as he's going after black and brown people. Do you understand that the United States doesn't have universal health care not because it's expensive, but because of eugenics? They believed that black people's genes were inferior, and if you denied them medical attention, all black people would die off in the United States. That was the goal, actually. So there couldn't be universal health care because they wanted the blacks to die off, especially now that they couldn't be slaves anymore. It's expensive. Racism expensive because now we can't have universal education because a guy who created the SAT, you can look this up, felt there were too many people of color and too many immigrants getting into colleges. So he created a test that was extremely esoteric with answers only people in a certain learning environment and a certain lifestyle could answer, thus making it so that less foreigners and people of color could get into college. Weird, right? So you can't have free college because then black people would have access to it. And it doesn't stop there. Even when it comes to government assistance, there was a time they led white people to believe that they were getting government aid, but black people were getting welfare. Those welfare queens over there versus you who's getting government assistance. They actually led them to believe that there were two different systems of aid, one for black people, one for white people. And not understanding, it's like Obamacare versus ACA. They are the same thing. But they don't understand that because they use this rhetoric to make it sound different. And now they keep making cuts to welfare, which is now affecting the other people who thought that they were on government assistance, government aid. It's extremely expensive to be racist. And if they don't see that it's having a negative impact on their life and affecting their life from being better, then something is fundamentally wrong with them, which is why I'm saying racism must be a mental disease. You can't be okay with watching your own children suffer just to know that another person of color that you don't know is suffering. That makes no sense. Something's wrong with you. And I'm not going to say it's like depression or something like that, but there is something wrong with you if you are a heavy racist person. Something is amiss. And I know people are going to get into comments and say, oh, that I'm being ridiculous and I'm being mean and I'm being nasty, but it concerns me that people are okay knowing that their child won't have proper health care just to ensure that black people don't get it. That makes no sense to me. I don't care if my enemy has what I have as long as I'm get well taken care of. I don't care if you have it. That kind of makes sense. I'm doing better. That's what's more important here. So this is my soapbox. Y'all have a great day.
This whole story goes to white supremacy, whereby they made the white man to believe that he is more superior than any other race, the black and brown people. And to see a lady saying that she is happy even if she is suffering, it's the craziest thing I've seen on the internet today. This can tell you just one thing: they don't even love themselves because they are willing to suffer so long as they can see the black and brown community suffering. This whole system was rooted in racism, whereby we say racism equals jealous and pure evil. How do you build a whole system against one community, believing that they are inferior and if they don't get any medicine, you are able to harass whole community? That showcases how evil, how jealous you are for this one community. a community which has suffered for so many years doing, working for free in your field, and you are still following, you are still pushing through to see it suffer decades and decades. What we call this? This is pure jealous, and you can see, we can even say it's the highest order of wicked people. Why should you be celebrating when your neighbor is sick, even if the neighbor comes from a different race? You all have same blood. Forget about color. If there were no black people, then no any white person would be found on this planet Earth. But I guess most of these people, they are okay suffering so long as they see the other two races are suffering. Racism is expensive, and most of these people thought it will not affect them, and others, they were aware it will affect them. And that's why this professor is saying that racism should be studied as a mental illness, because when you break it down, it's crazy, very, very crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and credit goes to the creator of this short video. Thank you for watching.